Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Back at this spot this morning because river conditions are not very good. Just way too salty, right? I have a better chance of banging into a blue catfish here on the ICW than I do on the river. The river is so salty right now. A lot of you may know if you watched the video before this, yesterday's video, it's so salty it's affecting the drinking water, and it's predicted to affect even more drinking water. Like, it's affecting lower Plaquemines right now and has been for a while, and here pretty soon it's going to be affecting mine, and so on and so forth as you go up the river. All right, gonna try for mixed species at this spot today, as per usual. You know, that's what I like to do. That's what this channel is supposed to be about, mixed species. However, catfish is the bread and butter of this video. The last time I was actually here, it was not a video. I was throwing only big baits on this one rod right here, right? Didn't have the cast net. I had another rod with me for bass and another rod for perch and sockeye with, you know, jig under a cork. I was throwing an 8/0. Today we're going to throw a 6/0 octopus. I'll show you in a second. But that whole session I didn't drop that 8/0 down, and all I saw were bites from small cats tearing up the baits. Now, this cut bait that we're cutting up right now is not the freshest. I have the cast net with me, and I will use that to get some better bait, but for the moment we're going to throw a chunk of this out on a 6/0 octopus. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Nice. Last week I was at this spot, and actually I was here a couple times, I think. Anyway, one of those times I caught a crappie, a sockeye as you might say down here, in the cast net. Today I have a rod for sockeye if they're here. We'll see, we'll try. And I got some other rods, but for the moment let's see what we can get in the cast net. Maybe a shad or a mullet. Thought I saw a bite. As you can see, we've got a bit of a breeze affecting the water here. The weather app says we got a 5-mile-per-hour wind. Feels a little more pronounced than that right here where I'm at. Actually took a few casts with the net to get something, and it's not much, it's just one. Oh, fairly confident that the cut bait I have will work eventually, even though it's a little beyond fresh, right? We will try this under the float. We're gonna go, almost did it wrong. We want to do it back here so he doesn't swim up. He won't be able to swim up like that. If he can swim up, he could cause a tangle. That little shad is on a 2/0 octopus. Just got back from throwing the net down the way, and I got one shad coming back, and I got a slack line. So stinky bait is working. See it? You see it building? He's trying to make it happen for us. Come on, fish. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. We believe in you. Come on. Take it down. Did you bottle it? Such a disappointment. I mean, come on, how hard is it? You know, I'm pretty sure this is a fish, but very possible that it's just a crab. There are a lot of blue crabs in this canal, and they can fake you out. Okay, slack line. Guess what I was doing? So the bites are happening. Currently, I'm just hoping to blah, 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 blah. It is slow, but it's good to see that the bites are coming in. I'm letting the fish hook themselves. That's why I'm not reacting when I start to get a bite. Probably will get another good bite because look what's coming. In the meantime, while I'm watching for that next bite, I have this going on. Underneath a cork at a good depth, about 3.5 to 4 feet. I've got a sockeye jig, a crappie jig with an avocado chartreuse jigging tube on there. The reason for the considerable depth is because I've been doing it just right off the bulkhead, which is about 5 to 6 feet deep. Right here anyway, where we're at. It does fluctuate. That's a soft mud, but I have caught panfish right off this bulkhead, drop shotting red wiggler. He is really close. He's probably going down here to tie off. I hope he's not trying to tie off right to the bulkhead. It does occur. They do bank here or tie off. However, it doesn't happen very often. I haven't had too much luck with artificials at this spot. I hope he's not trying to murder here, but maybe if he does, he'll be in front of me. There's places to murder just, you know, places to tie off just down this way. I don't think he's necessarily going to tie off to the bulkhead. All right, look at this. It's a nice net. Not a lot of stuff in there, but good sizes. He's been there for about 10-15 minutes. Kind of a bad thing that he's there, kind of a good thing, because he's making the shad come closer in. So when I first got here, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to get shad, because I threw and I really wasn't getting any. And now I am. The bad thing is when you get a barge, a riverboat, a towboat, sit almost on top of your fishing spot, eventually they run the fish off. Hopefully he doesn't stay forever, but we're getting good shad. Getting good shad, but this is not good right here. This happens sometimes when a barge comes in, gets you into that snag. I cut that shad into 3s. Let's use the body. It's a 6/0 again. This is under the cork. Oh, never mind. I gotta be quick here because I got another barge coming in. This is doing something crazy to the current because you got him affecting it and this one passing through affecting it. There's still fish activity. I had a hit on the cork. I had to rebait it, put it back out. Hopefully this doesn't drag me into a snag though. I put the bait in an area where I don't believe that snag is. I think the snag is a little more to the left. Huh. For a second there, I was watching this cork and then looking over my shoulder because I thought I saw something odd Just a very slow build on this rod tip here. Finally, ups and downs, slow poke session, they happen. If you give up too soon, you know, you sit there for 15-20 minutes and it's just horrible, and you go, you might be missing out on that one fish. If that's all it is, maybe this is what's going to happen, just this one fish today. But I tell you what, I think I just had to graduate from the stinky stuff to something more fresh. Of course, it's what they're eating. There's a lot of this shad in here. It's a good thing this boat came. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to I wouldn't have gotten big shad, because it was just not happening when I first got here right before sunrise. They were just babies, not big enough. That is no monster by far, right? But it's not a gaff top. That rod can just lay there. It seems to want to. It's a nice little eater-sized blue cat. I am going to let him go because M. Hood does not have the energy to cook for anybody, even himself, this morning. Yeah, you're right. I do fish to feed myself, but that's not the big reason why I fish. I like catching big fish. I don't like eating big fish, but I like catching them. That current is turbulent right now, kind of crazy. Hopefully it doesn't put me over there where that snag is. I found an interesting place in relationship to the boat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast out as far as I can this way at an angle to the boat. I might not be able to show you. Well, the current has changed a little bit, but I've been getting bites like 3 times in a row. I got bites under the cork in the current cast towards the boat. But we have a different, the current's different now. It's taking the cork this way. It was keeping it that way. I might be getting a bite. Oh, you know what? Look at this. I didn't even realize what I was looking at. We got some massive current in here. It has reorientated my bait all the way to the left. Hopefully we're gonna miss that snag. Hopefully it didn't like drag me right into the snag. That's what's going on. That's why I can't fish the cork like I was a few minutes ago. You could probably see the reason for why I've never really had a good session with artificials here. It's not always just the activity going back and forth in front of you. It's just that this canal tends to be pretty dirty, almost like chocolate milk. And now that we've had this activity, 2 barges on top of each other, we are murky, murky, murky. We are chocolate milk murky. I am kind of worried that I'm in a snag possibly, but I'm so far to the left, I may be past it, and I'm just gonna watch. I'm not orientating so much that I'm paralleling the bank down the way. But yeah, he needs to go because he's starting to screw it up. Where he once was making it better, now he's making it bad. Fisherman Shadow. I picked that up from Hobo Shoestring. Barges can really be a plus and a minus. They can bring you a catch, or they can bring you heartbreak. You know, when they just pass by, they're good for giving bites. But if they hang out too long, they take all those bites away. Yeah, you're right. Let me tell you something. I think the reason why I had so much barge activity is because I decided to come here at sunrise. I was just talking to an older gentleman, and he was telling me that's why. So sometimes barges can be a plus, and other times they can be a minus. Thanks for watching, guys. Liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you next time.